Good morning, good afternoon, good evening, and welcome to Martyn Lucas Investor. It's time for Ring Earnings. Now, this is not Ring the Doorbell. No one's ringing your doorbell. This is RNG, RingCentral. As you can see, they've just popped up 10% on earnings. Very nice indeed if you caught that trade. And it's our very first time covering RNG. So let's have a little look at it. What is it? We can see it's just done well on earnings. It's gone up 8%. It was slightly higher. It's now selling off a bit. Let's have a look. It estimated 75 cents a share. It beat it by 78 cents a share, just 3 cents. Slightly down on the month, on the quarter before, so nothing too exciting. In fact, its first decline since 22. We've seen a dramatic upswing since 22 from sort of just about making money, increasing, and now it's fallen back a bit. This is the very first time we've seen that. However, we might find out tonight on the earnings why that might be. Anyway, if you've just joined us for the first time, do click subscribe and ring the bell. Tap the like button. It is a very important earnings. We are covering all the earnings this week that we can. We are here over 12 hours a day at the moment because it is earnings season, and we're trying to make sure that you have all the information going into the November rally, the Santa rally, and of course then we're looking at next year with the rates coming down. That's what we want to see. I think we're going to get another report of rates holding, but it won't be long. Spring and summer won't be that long away. Everybody over there on TikTok, hello, how you doing? Lovely to have you with me. We might have a little game on TikTok in a minute. Let me put TikTok on the screen. We like to have fun with our TikTok audience. We can have a lot of fun there. So let's see if we can do it. Right, we're just going to share. The TikTok audience just a moment. All right. So let's have a quick look for the minute. Let me just have a quick look over there. There we go. There's our TikTok audience. If you tap the screen like that, you'll see it come up in a couple of seconds. We try to get 10,000 likes before the bell or before the earnings or whatever. All you do is tap the screen like that. You see people tapping the screen like that, look, and we've got 37 minutes before the earnings. So if you tap the screen like that, you can see we're on 100 now, 100 likes. We try to get to 10,000 likes by the time the earnings start. And then we might have a bit of fun and a bit of a celebration, all right? Oh, there you go. Fantastic. Anyway, we'll come back to that in a minute and then see how you're getting on. In the meantime, we've got to go back to our earnings and seeing how it's looking right now. Ring. What is Ring? Let me read the information for you. This is not Ring the Doorbell. Again, it's RingCentral. Engages in the provision and of global enterprise cloud communications and collaboration solutions. The firm's solutions provide a single user identity across multiple locations and devices, including smartphones, tablets, and desk phones, and allows for communications across multiple modes, including high definition, voice, video, SMS, messaging and collaboration, conferencing online, meetings, and fax. It's actually a Californian company. Tarek Robayati is the CEO, founded in 1999, the year that Prince was dancing around in purple, and it's got a 45% maintenance requirement, so it's not extreme risk, it's not low risk either when it comes to margin. 2.67 billion is the market cap. It's losing $4.20 earnings at the moment. It's not making any money right now on your earnings, on your share price. Average volume is 1,000,017. Today's volume is 1.92. You can see it's slightly up. That's not a surprise on earnings. 52-week low, 25.08. Low today, 27.84. Okay, and the high today was 49.32. All right, RingCentral. Let's have a look here. Just a few moments ago, I've got some breaking news on Ring. Let's have a look at the news. All right, so I'm going to bring it to you now. So we're just going to come out of the shares for the minute because we've got a bit of time. So we'll come over here and we'll have a quick look down here. There you go. RingCentral stock jumps on narrowing loss, revenue beat, raised guidance. So narrowing loss, revenue beat, but it wasn't as good as last time. But they've raised the guidance. That's kind of what has driven the stock up. We'll be hearing about that and the sentiment on the call itself. Let's have a little run up here now. RingCentral stock jumped about 10%. Let me just zoom in to make that as clear for you as possible. Let me just zoom in just a little bit. Let me just get in there. Look, there you go. Is that about as big? Can you all see that? We like to make it as easy for you as possible. RingCentral jumped about 10% in after-hours trading Monday, which is right now, after it reported narrowing quarterly loss results that beat analysis forecasts on the top and bottom lines and sales projections that were raised. The cloud-based communications company Ring posted a third quarter net loss of 42 million or 45 cents a share, compared with a net loss of 284 million or 298 a share in the same quarter a year ago. We have to compare a year ago, not last quarter. Okay. Total revenue improved nearly 10% to 558.2 million from 509 million. I think I'm going to sneeze. I'm not sure. I'm just sort of holding it. There we go. Subscription sales worth 531 million, or about 95% of total revenue. 95% of their revenue comes from subscriptions. That's a concern to me if I was an investor, because we know how quickly that can change. We've seen it on other companies with subscription models that can really affect the stock very, very quickly. Anyway, let's go back to the share price. We've got 32 minutes to go. Seth Houston has just popped on in 32 minutes before the earnings and said, I'm a little excited to this. I'm not invested in it, but I own a Ring doorbell, so I might as well check out the business and stock. Seth, it's not the Ring doorbell. It's not the Ring doorbell, all right? It's not the Ring doorbell. It's a very different company, right? It's RNG. Ring is Amazon, okay? Ring isn't a company by itself. It's a company within Amazon, okay? If you want to know if Ring's doing well, then you watch Amazon. This is not that, okay? This is RingCentral, ticker symbol RNG. All right, so, okay. Chris McGinnis, Clove, huge miss. Thank you, Chris McGinnis, for that information. All right. Okay. Marvelous. So there's our bit of news this morning. So far we've got, let's have it this afternoon, I beg your pardon. And another bit of information here. Yahoo Finance, no, that's out of date. The Bulls are saying that RingCentral has been a leader in communication software for a decade and is well positioned in both its core UCaaS market and the CCaaS market. Okay. This was August the 7th, though, from Morningstar, so it's a little bit out of date, to be honest. The Bears say RingCentral has significant SMB exposure, which we view as revenue that is sticky and more volatile. I'm more concerned that 95% of their 95% of their revenue comes from subscription services. That's a huge amount. You have to be very, very careful with that business model. Anyway, welcome everybody. We've got 30 minutes to go before the Ring earnings. Welcome everybody over there on TikTok. Lovely to have you here. It's Ring earnings tonight, not Ring the Doorbell, RNG earnings tonight. And we are covering it live on our show 30 minutes before they present. Okay. What a day. What a day. Shall we go through our stocks in a minute and have a little update of where we are. Tonight could be a very, very quiet one. It's a very small company. It's new. We haven't done it before. I don't know how many people will join us for this, but be interesting to see. I thought I would do something new. Always looking for ways to improve on the services and all the rest of it. But anyway, we are waiting for the earnings to begin. It's a little early. All right. We've got a ways to go yet, but we'll keep ourselves ready in the frame. All right, so what we'll do, just for a moment, we'll have a quick look at our position here, our overall position on the markets. This is my portfolio. Had a bit of a rubbishy day, really, but that's perfectly acceptable considering how much we've rallied over the last month. Virgin Galactic is up in the after hours. Many of you dumped it. I've held it. I'm not selling it at all. This is RingCentral. We'll come back to that in a minute. Let me just zoom out on that, and you can see there. Palantir, it's coming up again today. Still too expensive. We did a review earlier. If you want to check the review for Palantir, I did put a review out. It just premiered, I think, an hour ago or something like that. Let me give you the link to the Palantir's earnings. There it is. It's just literally gone out just a few minutes, just 2 hours ago, in fact. Palantir, using my Alpha Spread software, which with my membership, you'll get the cheapest ever price for Alpha Spread. So if you'd like that, let me know and I will give you a special code. That's Palantir, Alpha Spread, and I did a full analysis on it and what I think of it. And it's a great company, great concept. However, we have to realize that it is expensive at the moment. But anyway, that's not what we're here for. We're here tonight for RNG Central, RingCentral. They've had a beat on earnings tonight, looking good. We are very, very quiet in the chat. I did anticipate this would be the case, but that's fine. I'm building a new community on a new stock. So you have to start from the bottom each time, but that's perfectly fine. And we've got just 27 minutes to go before the earnings begin. Let's see how we do. I'll continue just for a moment as we're watching the stock. Look at the rest of my positions. So we have the S&P. It's too expensive right now. Gold is going down. How's the music channel going? It's doing really well now, Mike. We're getting some steady growth, some steady, steady views. It went for the longest time when there was no views at all. You know what it's like, how it went. And now, it's nothing like this channel, but it's getting views every day, and we're going to keep on going, and our time will come. But the main thing is I'm looking to get to 10,000 subscribers so I can do the free fundraising. I can still do the fundraising, but I want it to be where it goes directly to the charity and no taxes and no credit card fees. I'm excited about that. And that's what I'm trying to get it to 10,000 subscribers for. So if you're watching me right now, wherever you're watching me, we're on multiple platforms at the same time. If you could subscribe to my music channel, I was voted as the World Piano Man by Elton John. Here's my music channel. We're trying to get to 10,000 subscribers so I can do fundraisers without the fees, without the credit card charges, and all the rest of it. So you haven't got to watch anything or do anything. Just subscribe to my channel, help me get to 10,000, and then we can do some more great things. All right. Okay. Let's have a quick look back at our Ring. Here we go. Michael says markets isn't looking too great today. It's perfectly fine. I'm absolutely fine with it. I'm not concerned. We're having a November rally, a Santa rally. I'm not worried. People predicting the end of the world, doom and gloom, because it sells your videos. I don't see that at all. It isn't good with what's going on in the world. Of course not. But that doesn't mean everything's collapsing everywhere. All right. Okay. Let's Let's see how we're doing. 24 minutes to go. RingCentral earnings tonight. It's a brand new stock. We haven't done it before. Wanted to give you the chance to see something new. All right. Loud work. Martyn, have you given any more thoughts to getting the financial coaching certification? It's on the back burner. I haven't forgotten it. I'm not in a financial position to do it at the moment, but I wanted to see how everyone felt about it. It was a kind of mixed bag. I think most of you like the idea, but it's something I would like to do still. It's just put on the back burner at the moment because we've got so many things going on the show. Sensei's show, I want to work on that. The 24 hours a day stream I'm working on. The partnerships. I just a new partner today with Alpha Spread. There's lots of new features I want to put in the show, and because we're earnings season as well, there's so much going on. It's just not on my radar, and until I can start making some really decent profits and take some money out of my portfolio, I haven't really got the money to take out. I want to leave it all in, so it's not my priority at the moment. But thanks for asking. I appreciate it. Right, 23 minutes to go. If you've just tuned in, if you can subscribe to my music channel, there it is. It helps me enormously. This is my music channel. I'm trying to do fundraisers and stuff like that. Let's have a quick look. Let's go through our positions. At the minute, Virgin Galactic gave up its gains, but again, everyone got all excited and like given up. But actually, over the month, it's up. And over the last 3 months, it's just been trading sideways. So it isn't a disaster at all. Nothing has really changed for me. And we've got earnings coming up. So I'm fine with it. I think we've got some great flights coming up. I think we'll have some good news from the earnings. I am excited about it. And we are covering it. Tomorrow morning, we have Uber. If you want to join me for Uber in the morning, this is our Uber earnings in the morning. We are covering Uber. We got Robinhood tomorrow night. Hopefully we'll find out about the into the UK. Here is Uber. If you want to be the first person we've already got somebody liked it. Brilliant. If you want to be the first person to join us for Uber, this is the Uber earnings. This is tomorrow morning, before the main show in the morning. Let me give you all this now. Here we go. This is Uber earnings tomorrow morning before the bell. I will give it to you now here in the chat. Okay. Thoughts on Dish tanking? I haven't been looking at it. Capital gains. I can do a full review and back test, but not now as we're just about to start the earnings. There's Uber earnings in the morning. Pin the message to the top. There you go. So this is tomorrow morning before the main show. Uber earnings. And then straight after Uber earnings, we've got the opening and closing bell. Remember, on the homepage of the channel, you'll see all the upcoming live streams in your time zone in order so you can see what comes next. And then tomorrow night, Robinhood earnings. Really excited about this one because we want to find out how we're getting on with the release of the UK. All my UK viewers are ready to get their accounts on Robinhood. We're very excited about that. So that's that. And then of course, everybody on my channel is looking forward to Thursday, November the 8th, after hours with the Virgin Galactic earnings. But right now we are focusing, of course, on our earnings tonight with RNG. Mark Saxby, Astrospace just announced closing of an additional debt financing up 12% in the after hours. Astra Space. Mark Saxby. That's good for the industry to hear that. Thoughts on Dish? Tanking 30% today. I haven't got any thoughts on it. It's not something I've studied at all. Oh, I'm so stupid in a funny way. I can't believe I mistook ring for ring. That's perfectly okay. Perfectly okay. I bet a lot of people do it. Kirill Biting just subscribed. Thank you very much indeed for your subscription to the channel. If you've not subscribed yet, tap the subscribe. And don't forget, folks, to hit the like button. It shares the video, this video out to more people. It really would be helpful. All right. Been a long time follower on TikTok. Capital Gains. Capital Gains. Been a long time follower on TikTok. Well, that's very kind of you. Let me put on TikTok. There we go. That's at TikTok right now, where you were a few minutes ago, because what you're looking at is my phone is TikTok, which looks at this TV screen, which is broadcast YouTube. So that's how it works. So anyway, what do you think? Some people prefer it on TikTok, and I've never understood why, because here on YouTube, you get all the multi-screens, you get the better sound quality, you get the better experience, you get the giveaways, we have cash prizes, we've got all kinds of things, and I've never understood why people say they prefer it on some people prefer it on TikTok. We also broadcast in 4K with the radio sound, and it's you know. Anyway, there it is. This is my studio. Behind me is where we do the concerts on a Friday night. Just behind me is the studio. We have our concerts, and it's all good. Anyway, welcome to the show. It's lovely to have you here. Welcome, welcome, welcome. 17 minutes to go. Been a long time follower on TikTok. Capital Gains. Anybody else on YouTube? Anybody else on TikTok? You click the profile up here and you can find me on YouTube. Good to have you. All right. We don't mind where you watch us though. It's all good. YouTube is the home. YouTube's a lot better. Glad I came over. Yes, it's a much better experience. Some people, I don't know why anyone would prefer it on TikTok, but you never know. I mean, here on YouTube, you've got other things as well. We've got, we can zoom in, we can do close-ups. We can show you the back of the studio. We can, there's infinite amounts of possibilities over here. That's not a good look. I don't know why we did that. But anyway, we're focusing right now on the earnings, and we're going to listen in. We've got 16 minutes to go. Now you're here, Capital Gains. I will tell you that we have members. I don't know where you are in the world, but we have... where's my members button? There we go. We have members in 43 countries. 95% of our live viewers are members. 43 countries in the world are members. It's higher than Mr. Beast. And we're very, very proud of that. 43 countries are paid members. And... if you want my newsletter, I'll give that to you. You can enter our giveaways. We have prizes. We have all sorts of stuff. If you want to know what I'm trading before I trade it, I post it on my X account. This is my X account. Here, I'll give it to you right now. There you go. If you want the all links button, I'll give that to you as well. This is where you get my newsletter or all my links to follow me everywhere you like. Let me give that to you. We've got a giveaway starting soon. Loads of things happening. All right. Now then, let me go back to Ring. Bring it back up here now. Here we go. Keeping our eye on that. There's all our countries represented tonight. The link in your profile wouldn't work for me. I had to come over manually. That's because I'm live. You had to come out of the live show. You had to come out of the live show and go back onto my profile. If you're on TikTok and you want to click on that link, you have to come out of the live show and then go to my profile, and then you've got the all links button. I'll share with you what I mean on the screen so you can see it. I won't use that angle. I'll use this angle here, right? So you're on TikTok. This is me live now, but if I come out of it, So if I come out of it like this, right? So you're out of the live now, and then you look at the all links button. Can you see there? There's a couple of links. There's the website. If I click on that, it goes to the website, and from there you can find all my links. All right, there's my newsletter, or you can. I'm just tapping on TikTok now, or there's my YouTube link. See, it's right there. But you have to come out. You have to come out of the live. If you're in the live, you can't do it. Does that make sense? And we'll go back live again. See? That's how it works. Anyway, there you go. Let's go back to the earnings a minute. 14 minutes ago, my thoughts exactly with Astra. We need the small guys to survive and thrive. Absolutely. I think it's good if the small guy, if similar companies in the same industry can get backing, do well. It's good for the overall business. And so, yeah, we don't want to see companies failing. We want to see companies being strong, and it draws positivity that other investors will put their money into the industry. So, yes, it's a good thing. 30 minutes ago. Welcome, everybody. How's everybody doing? It's Ring Earnings tonight. RNG. If anybody over there is on TikTok and you click the star, you can become one of my subscribers, and there's exclusive content. And when you become one of my subscribers, I will make a video for you promoting your TikTok channel, inviting everyone to follow your profile. I've got nearly 38,000 followers now, and I will talk to them and I'll make a video to promote your channel. So if you want to subscribe to me, click the little star just up there. You can do that. Right. Lucid just announced they will use the NACS. More money for Tesla. Lucid, I think, is just an awful company. They invented a really good car. The Lucid Air and all the rest of it, fantastic, really great car. But I really do feel they need to get rid of their CEO. He's stealing all the money. He's the fourth highest CEO in history. It's ridiculous. He's paying himself $500 million a year in wages. How do you run a company that loses $500 million every time it sells a car, and you pay yourself $500 million? I think it's ridiculous. I think it should be criminal. How could you possibly look at yourself in the mirror? How can you face the shareholders? Everyone's losing their money, but don't worry. Don't worry. The CEO's got loads of money, $500 million a year. I find it distasteful. I don't know how he can survive. Anyway, hey, look at this. I've got a super chat. It will read the comment out. If you do a super chat with a comment, it will read it out. Capital Gains. Appreciate the knowledge, Martyn. You're welcome. Let's wait for this to read out. I've got Capital Gains. Just come over from TikTok. Has joined in the super chats. Hey, fantastic. You do realize, Capital Gains, that's the price of being a YouTube member. And if you're a YouTube member, you get many, many more perks and benefits just by being a member. So it's about the same price. And then you'll get a discount on Sensei crypto services. You'll get a discount on Alpha Spread services. So you'll end up having my membership for free for the same price as a membership, as a super chat, and many other perks. We like exclusive members only live streams. I will reply to all your comments, make videos for you. If you ask me to, answer a question with a video, I'll do it. So consider becoming a member. You get a lot more value for money. But thank you so much indeed for your support. Where did you say you were from? Did you tell us where you were from? I'm not sure you did. What part of the world are you from? Yep, you're right. Just uses the company as a cash cow. Ah, yeah. Mark, I honestly don't know how he gets up in the morning. It's a publicly traded company. Retail investors have put their hard-earned money back in the company, and all we're doing is giving the CEO $500 million a year. How the hell is that legal? I mean, he's the CEO. He can pay himself what he wants. You know, I mean, and he sits there and he talks in that real soft voice.
Appreciate the knowledge, Martyn.
Thank you very much. Capital gains. Really appreciate it. Yeah, he sits there in that really soft voice. Oh, it's a lovely car. And but people don't understand how lovely the car is. And it's a $500,000 car. But in fact, that sounds a bit like him, doesn't it? It's $500,000 size of car. And, you know, it's undervalued, really. We shouldn't really sell it for what we sell it. It's worth a lot more money. The guy hasn't got the guy's a bloody lunatic. He's an absolute lunatic. He can't sell the cars. The ones that are on the used car lots aren't getting sold. All he's done is invented a great car. That's all he's done. But remember, he didn't invent it anyway. I don't know what he did other than take all the money. I think it's disgusting, really. Anyway, nice one, Capital. Mike, one of our members, just said thank you. Yes, thank you, Capital Gains. I love it. Right, 8 minutes to go for the earnings. Let's listen in. Yep, the music's playing. I can hear it. It's all looking good. It's RingCentral third quarter 2023 earnings conference. In the US, Orlando, Florida, Disney's backyard. Well, right above you, Stephen Lewandowski is also from Florida, Orlando. I think Stephen's here. Is Stephen Lewandowski in the chat? Yes, he is. Stephen Lewandowski, meet Capital Gains. Stephen Lewandowski. Is he here? No, he's buggered off. Well, he was here a minute ago. Jealous of Tesla, just like the Nikola CEO was. He's in jail now. He's in jail now. Yeah, there you go. How's it going, Rocket Man? Sam, how are you, mate? Lovely to have you here. Do you know the stock called Dow Jones? The stock called Dow Jones? No, I've never heard of it. There's a stock called Dow Jones. Are you sure about that? Let me have a look. Dow Jones. No, I don't see a stock called Dow. Are you sure about that? What's the ticker symbol? What's the ticker symbol, Sam? I have never heard of a stock called Dow Jones. I'm not even sure they'd be allowed to do that. But what's the ticker symbol? I'm trying to find it and I can't find it. So let me know and I'll look for it. Geez, Martyn, next thing you know, you'll be paying yourself. I know. And to do it, yeah, I'm going to call myself Peter Rawlinson. This is what I'm going to do, right? I'm going to ask everyone to pay $100 a month in membership fees so I can pay myself $500,000 to run my YouTube show. There you go. That's what I'm going to do. Or I could carry on putting my viewers first, giving you the lowest possible price on YouTube membership, constantly meeting with supporters and backers, like this morning, the CEO of Alpha Spread, Alex, who came on my show, who's now partnering with me and bringing you the best services and never raising the price. Or I could do that. I'm going to do that and just work hard so I have 1 million subscribers, all members, and then I earn some money. Not do a Peter Rawlinson and charge everybody $100 to be a member, give you nothing, and take all the money and make myself rich. Yes, I think that's the way forward. That's the way forward. High capital gains from Florida too. I'm north of you in Gainesville. Mark Saxby. There you go. New to me. What's new to you? Capital gains. What's new to you? Here, but battery very low in the hot tub. Stephen Lewandowski, here he is. Stephen, here he is, Capital Gains, Stephen Lewandowski and Mark Saxby, down the road from you. There you go. Everyone's down the road from someone. What do you expect of Uber earnings? Delph, first time looked at it, don't know, brand new stock. And I'm not an investor in Uber, but I am bringing it to you in the morning. 4 minutes to go for the earnings. Let me see if anyone's booked a ticket yet for the front row seat of Uber. Yes! We already have 3 people who have clicked like for a show that's not happening till the morning, but this is the one. If we want to sort of see how well we're doing, let's look at this one. This is Virgin Galactic earnings on Thursday. It's got 22 likes already. It's going to be really exciting, right? I'm looking forward to it. It's going to be one of those big ones, all right? One of those big ones. Okay. Let's get ready. Let's get ready to rumble. Okay. There are actually a few Dow Jones stocks. Well, there can't be. Stocks on the Dow Jones index, of course, but you can't have a few stocks called Dow Jones, Seth. That would be impossible, right? When a company incorporates itself, it has, and I know I've done it one night in Vegas, Martyn Lucas LLC. They are corporations. I have a registered trademark. Okay, there can't be lots of Dow Jones stocks. There can be Dow Jones stocks within the there can be companies within the Dow Jones index, but there can't be Dow Jones companies. They can't be called, there's all these different businesses all called Dow Jones. That's completely impossible. Ticker symbols, DIA, right. These are, if I look at DIA, right, we've got 2 minutes to go. I'll do DIA very, very quickly then, right? Very, very quickly. DIA. So if I go to DIA, ticker symbol, DIA is a company. It's a Dow Jones Industrial Average ETF. It's a fund. It's a fund. It's not a company by itself. It's a fund. So it's a basket of companies within a fund. It's an ETF. It's like the S&P 500. It's a fund. Look, it contains these companies. These companies, Goldman Sachs, Home Depot, McDonald's, they are all in the fund. But this is not a company. This is an ETF. All right, and it's called DIA. That's the name of this fund. Anyway, so let's not get confused between companies, baskets of funds, and individual companies. Anyway, we got to get back to what's important right now. None of this nonsense. We got to get into the shares. 100 a month, cheaper half the price, mate. Oops, did I say that out loud? Yep, that's it. Mark Saxby, if you think $100 is cheap, you should be a sponsor member. Upgrade, become a sponsor, put your money where your mouth is. We've got 4 sponsors now, we need 5. Oh yeah, we need 5, all right. And quite a bit more, but I can't keep going back and forth putting in tickers. I think we've made the point. Nice one, Mark. In Kissimmee, minutes ago, the Dow Jones Industrial Average, Dow Jones, or simply the Dow, is a stock market index of 30 prominent companies. Correct. It's an index. It's not an individual company, though, is it? Sam, don't tell me how to do stocks. Do I tell you how to do Elton John? I probably should, but I'm not going to. Stephen, yeah, I'm in a couple miles from you. Loving the education. Seth, Houston, you're trying to catch me out, aren't you? Right, okay, we got to clear the clock. I ain't got time for this rubbish. We got to talk about this now. Right, here we go. Earnings coming up. No more rubbish. Howdy, what happened with SBC? Liquidity grab. Yeah, people taking profits. Don't worry about it, mate. Don't worry about it. I'm not worried about it. I haven't sold a single share. I mainly trade the futures market, but I'm looking for some good stocks to put some money into. Well, you're in the right place. At Capital Gains, we go live 10 hours a day, up to 10 hours a day, every trading day. I share with you my full portfolio. I make videos on all the stocks I own and new ones. I cover all the earnings. I share with you insider trading through my Alpha Spread account. Everything is real. I'm not here to promote anything, not here to sell anything. Anyway, let's get ready for the earnings. Just a few moments to go. Any second now. Tesla all the way, says our dear friend. Now then, any second now. Here we go.
And welcome to the RingCentral third quarter 2023 earnings conference call. All participants will be in listen-only mode. Should you need assistance, please signal a conference specialist by pressing the star key followed by 0. After today's presentation, there will be an opportunity to ask questions. To ask a question, you may press star then 1 on your telephone keypad. To withdraw your question, please press star then 2. Please note, this event is being recorded. I would now like to turn the conference over to Will Wong, Vice President of Investor Relations. Please go ahead.
Thank you. Good afternoon and welcome to RingCentral's third quarter 2023 earnings conference call. Joining me today are Tarek Robbiati, CEO, Vlad Shmunis, Founder and Executive Chairman, and Sonalee Parekh, CFO. Our format today will include prepared remarks by Tarek, Vlad, and Sonalee, followed by Q&A. We also have a slide presentation available on our Investor Relations website that will coincide with today's call, which you can find under the Financial Results section at ir.ringcentral.com. Some of our discussion and responses to your questions will contain forward-looking statements regarding the company's business operations, financial performance, and outlook. These statements are subject to risks and uncertainties, some of which are beyond our control and are not guarantees of future performance. Actual results may differ materially from our forward-looking statements, and we undertake no obligation to update these statements after this call. For a complete discussion of the risks and uncertainties related to our business, please refer to the information contained in our filings with the Securities and Exchange Commission, as well as today's earnings release. Unless otherwise indicated, all measures that follow are non-GAAP with year-over-year comparisons. A reconciliation of all GAAP to non-GAAP results is provided with our earnings release and in the slide deck. For certain forward-looking guidance, a reconciliation of the non-GAAP financial guidance to the corresponding GAAP measure is not available as discussed in detail in the slide deck posted on our Investor Relations website. With that, I'll now turn the call over to Tarek.
Good afternoon. I'm excited to be on my first earnings call as RingCentral's CEO. We had a good quarter as we exceeded our guidance across our revenue and operating profit metrics. Sonalee will provide more financial details shortly, but the key takeaway is that RingCentral continues to win and innovate in a competitive market. We win because we have an industry-leading product that is mission-critical to many customers. In particular, within the SMB, mid-market, and consumer-facing verticals, RingCentral is the de facto choice for many businesses given our leading reliability, product integrations, and commitment to innovation. This theme was apparent throughout the many conversations I've had with customers and partners since I took on the CEO role in August. It is also why I am optimistic about our goal of driving sustainable, profitable growth. As CEO, I will be focused on delivering a plan to help us realize that goal. Today, I'd like to share a few of my initial observations, as well as areas I will be targeting to unlock growth opportunities and drive increased productivity and profits. First, regarding my initial observations about our business operations. As I alluded earlier, RingCentral is an innovation leader. Vlad and the R&D team have been busy over the last few years building out an AI platform that we are now leveraging to infuse AI across our entire portfolio. Combined with our UCaaS leadership built over the past 20 years, we are now transforming into an AI-first, multi-product company with proprietary offering in UCaaS, CCaaS, conversation intelligence, sales analytics and events, webinars, and meetings. Vlad will discuss in more detail our recent product developments and focus areas going forward. Additionally, Sonali and her team have done a great job of delivering increased profitability in 2023. Our operating profit dollars have increased over 70% year to date through actions such as more disciplined spending, reducing organizational spans and layers, consolidating vendors, and driving down customer acquisition and retention costs. The key takeaway is that we're doing many things well, and RingCentral's foundation is strong. I believe we can build on that foundation to unlock further growth and productivity. Moving forward, I will be focused on a few areas to deliver on this potential. They include, number one, continuing to innovate and build a multi-product business. Number two, focusing more deeply on customer segments and key verticals. Number three, expanding partnerships. Number four, growing internationally. And finally, number five, increasing operational productivity. First, let me share with you on a high level our plan to build a multi-product business. RingCX, our RingSense AI platform, and RingCentral Events are starting to gain strong traction as they are a natural extension of our core. For example, a Fortune 500 company partnered with RingCentral this quarter to solve a critical internal communications use case for its employees that enabled the purchase of over 25,000 MVP and 1,000 RingCX licenses. Using a combination of RingCentral MVP and RingCX, we're able to help them reliably connect drivers to dispatchers while integrating seamlessly into their other technology workflows. RingCX is just one example of a new product we've recently introduced. Going forward, we'll be focused on continuing to invest in our new products as well as their related go-to-market rollouts to ensure they will be successful. In addition to these new products attracting new customers, they will also provide an opportunity to expand our footprint within existing customers. Our net retention at roughly 100% today is below where I think it can be, particularly because we now have more to sell. Additionally, new products also create more stickiness as the more a customer adopts our differentiated offerings, the more likely they will remain a customer. Second, regarding developing a deeper focus on customer segmentation and key verticals, one area I'm investing more in is the SMB and mid-market, which was 57% of our business in Q3. These cohorts have traditionally been underserved by largest vendors and thus are not encumbered by the bundling dynamics that may influence larger customers' decisions. Also within this market, voice remains the primary method of communication for these businesses, and they pick RingCentral given our clear leadership in cloud voice. By driving incremental focus on the SMB and mid-market, it provides us with a significant opportunity to sell our full suite of communication tools. We have also seen good progress in key verticals such as healthcare, education, financial and professional services, and public sector. For example, the top 4 dental service organizations run on RingCentral. Thousands of other healthcare organizations have also selected us for our proven reliability, deep integrations, and commitment to innovation. This quarter, Boston Medical Center Health System, the largest safety net hospital and busiest trauma center in New England, selected RingCentral to modernize their business communications. With RingCentral's joint UCaaS and CCaaS offering, Boston Medical Center Health System will have one integrated voice platform for both internal and external communications, which should improve their provider and patient experiences. There is more we can do to capitalize on our success in these bold verticals. One way is by tailoring our solutions even more in both the enterprise and SMB mid-market. For example, we continue to invest in attaining certain government certification for the public sector and are developing other specific integrations and go-to-market strategies for industries for which voice is mission critical. There are also many ways we can bifurcate the enterprise segment with specific go-to-market motions to better address customer needs. For example, for enterprise customers with a Teams deployment, we can sell RingCentral for Teams 2.0. This motion allows us to provide voice functionality and potentially attach other products such as contact center to our offerings. Now, moving to partnerships. Our current partnerships with global service providers such as AT&T, BT, TELUS, and Vodafone, and strategic partners NICE, Avaya, and Mitel Unify provide us with the broadest reach in the industry and are a key differentiator. We will also focus on other partnership opportunities that expand our partnership ecosystem, including new relationships with other service partners and ISVs that can help us expand our reach. More to come on this in further quarters. Moving to geographic expansion, international has remained roughly 10% of our business for the last 2 years. It has the potential to be much higher. I'm focused on how we can leverage our distribution channels and partner network to grow outside the US with a particular focus on Europe, where we have go-to-market operations and several partners and GSP relationships. Last, by far not least, is my focus on materially increasing productivity. One area that is high on my radar is stock-based compensation. We're fully committed to and are taking tangible steps already towards materially reducing stock-based compensation. Another key area for me is sales and marketing expense. We have seen sales and marketing spend increase only 2% year to date, while subscription revenue has grown 12%. However, as a percent of revenue, this is still above where I think it should be in the current environment. I am reviewing our go-to-market motions both before, during, and after the sale to ensure that the cost of acquiring and maintaining a customer is optimized. I realize that while some costs, such as residuals, have a longer tail, there are opportunities to better align our sales and marketing investments to the value they create. There has been some good early traction with initiatives such as our new channel program Ignite that is aimed at reducing dependence of resellers on RingCentral's own sales force. This has direct impact on improving overall productivity and lowering sales and marketing costs. We're now taking an additional step to adjust and optimize our cost structure, reallocating resources across the company and routes to market over the next few months as we operationalize these productivity initiatives. I hope my initial observations and focus areas are helpful to you in understanding RingCentral's key differentiators as well as opportunities for advancement. While the macro has had an impact on our business, there are also areas that are in our control and that we can enhance. There's a clear plan, and we must now execute on these priorities. I believe the combination of our solid core, strong team, and exciting and disruptive new products positions us well for the future. I also want to take this opportunity to thank everyone at RingCentral for delivering a solid Q3. With that, I want to turn the call over to Vlad, who will discuss in more detail one of the key pillars of our plan, innovation and new products.
Thanks, Tarek. As I said before, AI, the mother of all megatrends, is upon us. With Tarek on board, I can now work even more closely with our product teams to ensure RingCentral remains an industry leader in this new era. My day-to-day focus is now to infuse AI across our entire portfolio to improve caller, employee, and customer service agent experiences before, during, and after each interaction. Our vision and commitment is to be the AI-first business communications leader. We have made good progress toward this vision with the launch of our RingSense AI platform earlier this year. We have rapidly innovated to infuse RingSense AI into all our products. This includes our native AI-first omni-channel contact center platform, RingCX, our conversation intelligence platform, RingSense and RingSense for Sales, and Hopin, which we acquired in July and are rebranding as RingCentral Events. RingCX and RingCentral Events will be joining RingCentral's industry-leading Cloud PBX MVP solution, RingCentral Contact Center, RingCentral Meetings and Webinars, and RingSense for Sales, thus turning RingCentral into a true multi-product AI-first company. Let me give you some more detail about the progress we are making on some of those new products. First, RingCX, which is now in controlled availability and is expected to be generally available later this quarter. In Q3, we embedded our RingSense AI and other technologies into RingCX to enable smarter conversations before, during, and after each interaction. In addition to being AI first, RingCX adheres to our core brand values of trust, reliability, openness, and ease of deployment, use, and ownership. RingCX deployments are measured in days or short weeks and not months or quarters. To be clear, RingCX is not strictly limited to the SMB and mid-market. In fact, there are also larger customers whose particular use cases line up well with what RingCX has to offer. This includes a 1,000 plus seat win from a Fortune 500 company that Tarek mentioned earlier. RingCX is a good complement to our RingCentral contact center offering that is generally aimed at more complex use cases and larger deployments. While still in control availability, we already have approximately 50 customers who have selected RingCX. In addition to RingCX, we are also working hard at reintroducing hopping events as RingCentral events. This product already powers some of the world's most recognizable brands, internal and external events. This includes Spotify, Reddit, and many other of the world's most recognizable names. We will be providing more detail on both RingCX and RingCentral events at our upcoming RingCentral Innovation event that will take place on November 14th. It will, of course, be hosted on our very own RingCentral events. We hope you can join us virtually to learn more about our latest innovations, as well as hear directly from customers about how they're benefiting from these products. In conclusion, never before has RingCentral had such an extensive and fully built-out product portfolio. We're making great progress in embedding AI into the entire portfolio, creating even more value for our customers. I could not be more excited about our future. With that, let me turn the call over to Sonali.
Thanks, Vlad. I'll now provide highlights from the third quarter and then discuss our business outlook for the fourth quarter and the full year. Subscriptions revenue of $531 million was up 10% year over year and above our guidance range. ARR of $2.26 billion was up 11% versus last year. On a year-over-year basis, currency was a modest tailwind, but on a sequential basis, currency was a roughly $10 million headwind. Growth was led by the enterprise segment, where we continue to see strong contact center attach rates. We again saw more than 60% of our large $1 million plus TCV deals include both UCaaS and CCaaS, including a recent UC plus CC win with the San Francisco Giants. Now, moving to profitability. I'll be referring to non-GAAP results unless otherwise noted. Our subscription gross margin was 82%, consistent with last quarter. Overall ARPU was again above $30. Our new products, while disruptive in pricing relative to the market, should be accretive to our overall ARPU over time. Our solid ARPU supports our strong gross margin. Operating margin rose 560 basis points versus last year to 19.1%, driven by operating leverage and continued efficiencies. Our third quarter operating margin was solidly above our outlook for 18 to 18.5%. While we invested back into the business to support our new products, primarily through sales and marketing initiatives, we were able to drive increased productivity from our current workforce instead of hiring additional headcount, which resulted in savings that flowed through to the bottom line. Our increasing profitability translated into quarterly unlevered adjusted free cash flow of $87 million, up from $33 million in Q3 '22. Moving to our balance sheet. In August, we issued $400 million of 8.5% senior unsecured notes due in 2030. we used $154 million from this issuance to repurchase $166 million in debt, consisting of $125 million of our 2025 convertible notes and $41 million of our 2026 convertible notes. Including this transaction, we have used approximately $546 million of cash from our Term Loan A, the unsecured notes due in 2030, and our balance sheet to repurchase $586 million of the original $1 billion of 2025 notes, capturing a sizable discount. Since I joined RingCentral last year, I have noted that addressing the 2025 convertible notes before they go current was a key priority. We plan to utilize the remaining approximately $240 million of proceeds from our recent high-yield offering, plus an additional commitment to our Term Loan A of $75 million, which we will have the option to draw upon within the next 9 months, and a portion of the free cash flow we expect to generate over the next 15 months to address the remaining $414 million of the 2025 notes. Importantly, as the 2025 notes carry a 0% coupon and we are earning a solid return on our cash, we will remain disciplined and will balance note repurchase prior to maturity with the amount of discount we are able to capture. In addition to addressing the upcoming 2025 converts, our leverage remains very healthy. Based on our third quarter results, our trailing 12-month net leverage ratio is 3 times, and based on our current outlook, we continue to expect to be below 3 times in 4Q. Before I provide our fourth quarter and full year guidance, I'd like to provide you with additional details on the macro trends we are seeing in the market today. Macro trends are largely consistent with last quarter. Sales cycles remain elevated versus last year, and customer buying decisions continue to go through additional layers of approval. Linearity has also become more back-end loaded, and in many enterprise transactions, including this quarter, we have seen customers waiting until the last week or two of the quarter to close on deals. We are also seeing less upsell within our existing base as customers have slowed hiring and rationalized their employee counts. Importantly, marketing-driven lead flow remains consistently strong, demonstrating continued demand for on-prem to cloud conversion. With that backdrop, let me now turn to guidance. For the fourth quarter of 2023, we expect subscriptions revenue growth of 8 to 9%, total revenue growth of 8 to 9%, non-GAAP operating margin of 20%, and non-GAAP EPS of 82 to 83 cents. For the full year 2023, despite the incremental currency headwind, we are raising our revenue and operating margin outlook. We now expect subscriptions revenue growth of 11%, total revenue growth of 11%, non-GAAP operating margin of 19%. This is up 660 basis points versus last year and 25 basis points above the midpoint of our prior outlook. Lastly, we expect non-GAAP EPS of $3.19 to $3.20. Additionally, given our better-than-expected profitability as well as cash conversion in Q3, primarily driven by better working capital management, we now expect adjusted unlevered free cash flow of $290 to $300 million in 2023, up from $270 to $290 million previously. Note, this excludes $20 to $25 million related to restructuring and other payments that we have or expect to incur. Lastly, we expect stock-based compensation of $426 to $431 million in 2023, or approximately 19.5% of revenue. While this is higher than our prior guidance, this is related to the recent management changes that we undertook in August. Additionally, we put in place performance stock units this year to demonstrate alignment between management incentives and company performance. These PSUs are accounted for under an accelerated expense attribution model compared to restricted stock units, and thus resulted in higher stock-based compensation in 2023 versus our prior outlook. We would have been at the midpoint of our prior range, excluding these items. As Tarek stated, materially reducing stock-based compensation going forward is a key priority, and we are implementing actions to materially reduce stock-based compensation over the next 12 months. We will share more on these actions and targets next quarter. In summary, Q3 was a good quarter. We delivered on our guidance, we continue to invest for growth, and we demonstrated a proactive capital allocation approach. While the economic environment remains uncertain, we will remain focused and committed to executing against our priorities of delivering sustainable growth and profitability. With that, let's open the call for questions.
We will now begin the question and answer session. To ask a question, you may press star, then 1 on your telephone keypad. If you are using a speakerphone, please pick up your handset before pressing the keys. To withdraw your question, please press star, then 2. In the interest of time, please limit yourselves to one question. Our first question is from Matt Niknam with Deutsche Bank. Please go ahead.
Hey, guys. Thank you for taking the question. Maybe a question for Tarek. Now that you've been in the CEO seat for a couple months, can you maybe talk a little bit more around where you see the greatest opportunity that's untapped for RingCentral, whether it's underserved markets, underserved customer sets, or on the operating front? And I know you laid out 5 key priorities, but where do you see maybe the most immediate opportunity to start executing against? Thanks.
Well, thank you, Matt, for the question, and welcome to our call. I'd say since I had the opportunity to serve on the board since December 2022, I believe I have a good understanding of the business, and I spent most of the past 60 days talking with customers, partners, employees, and shareholders since I've taken on the CEO role. I do believe there are tremendous opportunities for RingCentral, building on the solid quality foundation of our core products in UCaaS, and there is a big opportunity to provide more to customers, and particularly in certain verticals such as SMB and mid-market. We are also, at this junction of the industry, in a unique position to harness the power of AI, given the size of our installed base. We've been investing in an AI platform for a number of years. We're infusing AI in everything we're doing. And if you really put that in perspective of the UCaaS, CCaaS industry taken as a whole, these are being disrupted by AI, and this presents us with plenty of opportunities to innovate and capture share. And that is very critical when you're considering that we have scale and we have, again, a strong reputation of quality, which allows us to maintain our leadership in a competitive and increasingly disruptive industry. So that's what I'm looking forward to do, is to continue to add scale and continue to sustain long-term profitable growth at RingCentral.
Thanks, Tarek.
The next question is from Samad Samana with Jefferies. Please go ahead.
Hey, everyone. This is Billy Fitzsimmons on for Samad. Sonali, with existing customers either buying less seats or trimming headcount, can you remind if contracts allow a customer to reduce seats? Put differently, can a customer pay for only 900 seats, even if they're contracted for 1,000, if they were to reduce headcount by 10%?
Hi, thanks for the question. So in terms of our contracts, no, customers, typically our average contract length is just over 3 years, and customers typically would be contracted for the full amount of seats that they sign the original contract for, and there is not typically any flexibility for a customer to reduce seats. Of course, we always offer flexibility for them to add seats. So hopefully that answers your question.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
The next question is from Michael Funk with Bank of America. Please go ahead.
Yeah, thank you all for the time and the question tonight. So Tarek, you laid out your priorities. One of them was productivity. You said taking steps to materially reduce sales and marketing expense. Is there a good benchmark or metric we should think about with your target for sales and marketing?
Look, I wouldn't use benchmarks for really determining an end percentage of sales and marketing spend as percentage of revenue. And the reason why this is that you need to retain flexibility to go and capture opportunities as you see them. And it's always important to understand productivity down to the driver level of our sales force and our channel partners and see to what extent we are acquiring growth effectively, and that the growth has to come with calories, mindful of the cost of customer acquisition and the cost of retention of these customers. So we do believe there is upside in the short term in becoming more effective and efficient in sales and marketing. And, when you really look at our spend as percentage of revenue today, it is too high for my own liking, considering the growth we're delivering. So you can determine whether or not, we reduce that spend for the same growth or keep it, but we need higher growth. And that's a reflection that we have to ask ourselves as we look at this very important part of our P&L.
Virgin Galactic is up 2% in the after
next
hours.
Question is from Ryan McWilliams with Barclays.
Breaking news.
Please go ahead.
Thanks for taking the question. Have you seen any material changes since the end of the third quarter on the macro front? And are there any differences into how your SMB customers compared to your mid-market enterprise customers are dealing with the current macro environment? Thanks.
Look, it's a good question. Obviously, the macro is what it is, and you all know and read through the news. There is no particular change relative to prior quarters, and the customer feedback that we get about RingCentral is that our product is mission critical to their business. Yes, customers are looking for ways to save money, but where you really look at the payback from a customer standpoint with Ring, it is measured in weeks and months, not years. And just to put things in perspective for you, from a customer standpoint, UC plus CC payback period is below 6 months, and the ROI that is being generated for them is in north of 200%. So specifically for the third quarter of 2023, SMB growth has moderated, and this is certainly driven by continued macro uncertainty. The enterprise segment sales cycle remains elongated versus last year. As we spoke about in the past, upsell is being impacted by slower growth in headcounts at our customers, rationalization of their spend, and more scrutiny on IT costs in general. But we do believe that our new product introductions will help with upsell over time, and this is exactly why we're positioning ourselves now to emerge out of the macro softness with strength with a multi-product portfolio. And so I would say macro overall is stable, and we have not seen any change in terms of easing conditions. Hopefully this answers your question.
That's perfect. Appreciate the color. Thanks.
The next question is from Kash Rangan with Goldman Sachs. Please go ahead.
Hey, thank you very much. Good to see the stability in results. Tarek, one for you, maybe Vlad can jump in here as well. As you introduce the AI functionality, do you think it will? How do you think it will change sales cycles, make it faster, slower, the economics of the sale, et cetera? And also, what does it mean for ARPU and retention, and therefore the growth prospects of the company? Thank you so much. That's it for me.
So this is a very big question you're asking, Kash. And I would say if you take the perspective of our customers and you look at what we can do with our integrated UCaaS, CCaaS offerings, is we can add value to them at all steps of a conversation. Before the call, during the call, and after the call. And the examples of that are fairly intuitive and easy to understand. Before the call, you can make sure you understand the context in which the call is being placed. During the call, of course, you can do call summaries, but you can do much more than that. You can add a lot of value add, a way of understanding what has been said in the call, the tone in which the call took place, really spearheading post-call a number of different actions moving forward. So there is a ton of things that can be unleashed for our customer thanks to AI, and we are infusing AI throughout our offerings precisely because we see AI as a incredible opportunity for our customers to enhance their own productivity and competitiveness, and this is why we are spending a lot of time there. I will ask Vlad to chime in on this issue because he's spending and we're spending a lot of time here, and he's the power behind the AI efforts that we're deploying right now. Vlad?
Thanks, Derek. Yeah, Cash, fantastic question. Look, let me address the retention part of the question. One would think that it should improve retention in a meaningful way because these insights that are being generated are, at least in part, generated from customers' own data. Therefore, one would think that the whole system engagement would thus become stickier because now moving to a different platform would mean that they no longer have access to those insights. It's obviously very early, and it's too early to talk about empirical data, but in theory, it should work. It should work that way. Also, just a quick comment on the sales cycle, and I don't know how to say it any other way. It's just sexy as hell, It makes for a great demo, yeah. When we show our RingSense, for example, and the type of insights and type of questions that people can get looking at their calls, after the call has been made. For whatever reason, it's emotional for people. They go, "Oh, I didn't know this," So AI, what I said in the prepared remark, it truly is the next great megatrend. I called it mother of all megatrends, and I stand by it. It's going to revolutionize, the world, our industry, and RingCentral, as part of all of it. Couldn't be more excited.
Cash, I might just add something there as well. You were asking about the impact on ARPU from these new products. Clearly, we are very excited about pricing these in a disruptive manner, but they will still be significantly accretive to our overall ARPU. So you heard in my prepared remarks, I talked about ARPU being stable. We would expect this to be additive to that. And in terms of incremental investment around go-to-market, we actually don't anticipate any significant incremental investments. So it should also be accretive to LTV to CAC as we look forward.
Thank you so much.
The next question is from Brian Peterson with Raymond James. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks for taking the question. So, Tarek, you mentioned on the call about partners and potential opportunity to expand there. I'd love to get more color on that. And as we think about growth vectors into 2024, how should we think about the ramp in some of your partnership efforts there? Thank you.
Thanks for the question. We do have a number of partnerships that are working very well for us right now, both in terms of global service providers such as AT&T, TELUS, BT, Vodafone, etc., and also strategic partners like NICE inContact, Avaya, Mitel, now Mitel Unify. And we have a great reach thanks to these partnerships. I do believe that there is a number of additional upsides from these partnerships and also new partnerships that we can build. So in particular, we focus on partnership opportunities that will expand our partnership ecosystem, focusing on ISVs so that we can continue to expand our reach and also build more value-added offerings, particularly on a industry vertical basis where there is a lot of things that we can do to ensure that our product is connected with a broader ecosystem of verticals to penetrate those verticals selectively. So this is one of my key focus areas for the future. And, in terms of the ramp, It will take time, but you know how these partnerships are. They take time to set up, but when they are in full motion, the volume that we expect there can be considerable. And so this is why it is a critical focus area for me.
The next question is from Meta Marshall with Morgan Stanley. Please go ahead.
Great, thanks. Maybe just following up on that question, just trying to get a sense of, as you guys incorporate more direct versus channel versus some of the revisions that were made to the partnerships earlier in the year to allow them to kind of sell direct. Just, is there a blend of the business where you feel you'd like to see a certain percentage come direct, a certain percentage come through the channel, through partnerships, as that just forms as a rough guide? And is there any kind of channel conflict that's kind of coming about just given some of the changes to the sales model? Thanks.
So this is a great question, Meta, and thanks for asking it. I'd say, rather than talking about a blend, I think what we need to focus on is penetration of our offering across the market. If you really look at UCaaS, we are the largest player, and we still have only about 10-12% market share in that space, which goes to show that there is a lot of upside, and the market remains pretty fragmented. And if you look at CCaaS, it's a little bit more concentrated, but my overall comment is roughly the same. There is lots of opportunities there for us to penetrate the CCaaS market with both our NICE and Contact offering, but also our RingCX new offering that was in controlled availability up to today and that we are ramping up in the upcoming days. So if you also want to add to that the international dimension, there is a lot that we can do internationally. Internationally, we are still at the beginning, I would say. Our international revenue as percentage of total is only 10%. And if you really think about the fabric of the European economy or the Asian markets, they rely on a different distribution mechanism and different distribution tiers. Hence, the need for us to be ready capability-wise to go and penetrate those markets with a different set of capabilities, either on a direct basis or indirect basis with partners, and that is what we are focused on.
Great, thanks.
The next question is from Siti Panigrahi with Mizuho. Please go ahead.
Thanks for taking my question. It's good to see the sequential growth now more than 3% in subscription revenue versus 1% we saw last 2 quarters. So could you talk about what are the key drivers of that growth? Is it something, upsell in enterprise, or is it something churn stabilizing? What's driving that growth, and how sustainable, or even we could expect any kind of improvement on that going forward?
Look, I think so far I would like to say that it's early days for me, but I'm pretty pleased with the progress we're making and the way we're executing so far 9 months into the fiscal year. We are focused on finishing fiscal year 23 strong, and we have a whole quarter Q4 where we just started, and we have to continue to execute on it. We feel pretty good about that. And we will, in doing so, focus on my 5 priorities, which is to continue to innovate and build a multi-product business. This is top, left, right, and center, where Vlad is spending all his energy boosting our multi-product portfolio offerings. This is really, really critical to fuel growth in both new customers and upselling to existing customers. We've also focused on driving deeper penetration into certain key verticals and customer segments. We're building partnerships. We're growing internationally. And yes, I have to keep an eye on productivity moving forward. So it's early days. I like the way you put forward the growth. We feel that demand for UCaaS and CCaaS attach is real. If you take integrated UCaaS, CCaaS as a whole, as a subset of the market, this is where we're playing, and this is the fastest growing portion of the market. There are some competitive displacements, particularly when you look at subscale vendors losing shares. There is a lively competitive intensity with Microsoft Teams. We're exploiting that competitive intensity with our Teams 2.0 plugin, which we just rolled out, and that is gaining quite some traction. And we will continue also to target enterprise customers with this best-in-class integration. So there's a lot to unpack here, but I would say, we're focused now on the very short term, which is to finish Q4 strong, and that is where all our energy is being focused on.
Thank you.
The next question is from Matt VanVliet with BTIG. Please go ahead.
Yeah, good afternoon. Thanks for taking the question. Wanted to dig in a little bit more on the plans for international growth. How do you feel about your current headcount in a number of those markets? Do you need to build out more of a team from both either the direct or the channel enablement side? And then secondarily, with the stable of partners you already have in place, do you feel like you can reach the goals you have, or do you need to broaden that distribution network as well?
So look, having run international businesses for a large chunk of my career, I think the way you decide to go in a particular new market is really a function of the economic fabric of that market. And particularly true for software and services businesses like ours. When you really look at, for example, in Europe, the weight of small and medium enterprises, which are a sweet spot. In Germany, it's about 87% of the GDP. In France, Italy, and Spain is north of 90% of the GDP. And therefore, if you really think about how do you go and acquire these customers in these geographies, you really have to think what is the best method and most effective method to ramp up your access with the various routes to market to these customer segments. And I'd say that there is an opportunity there by going through partnerships in particular, and we don't need to really build an extensive, large direct sales force to capture share internationally. I think, philosophically also, I'm not in favor of the approach that is about build and they will come. We need to be very pragmatic here and leverage existing partners in the market, because there is, in our view, a large opportunity for us to become the first global cloud provider with our offerings, whether these are MVPs or the new offerings that we are right now developing with Vlad and the team.
Great, thank you.
The next question is from Terry Tillman with Truist. Please go ahead.
Great. Thanks for taking the question. This is Bobby Dion for Terry. Just one quick one for Tarek. Since being in the CEO slot, what do you think is most misunderstood about the story at this point? Thank you.
What is the least understanding point about RingCentral? I think I would say to you, look, not every UCaaS is created equal. And the strength of the foundation that we have built is there to stay. And the numbers do the talking. I mean, just look at the ARPUs. You had Sonali commenting on our ARPUs and where they stand. Look at the number of seats. We have more than 400,000 customers worldwide. We're growing faster than the rest of the UCaaS market. And even when you have, I would say, periods of economic uncertainty, there is a flight for quality in these circumstances. And we're seeing that, and we feel good about our position. Now, of course, Vlad and I are not happy with just that. We want to continue to dial up growth and expand our portfolio. And expanding our portfolio over a quality foundation is a lot easier, believe me, than to worry about the core. There's a lot that is going to be unlocked over the next few days. We have telegraphed if I take this opportunity, we have telegraphed a marketing event on November the 14th to show that we are going to be expanding our core products of RingCX and Ring events to become available generally, or general availability. And as you can see, that our goal here is to build on the foundation that we have to emerge out of this period of economic uncertainty with strength. And this is why we're making all the investments we're making in innovation.
The next question is from Will Power with Baird. Please go ahead.
Great, thank you. Tarek, I was curious in some of the comments on focusing on SMB. I know that's a heritage area for you all. Also, I think often viewed as a more competitive area. So maybe just a little more color on the rationale for kind of refocusing in some respects, or focusing that much more on SMB, and where are the kind of the key investment opportunities? Are there any kind of areas of low hanging fruit as you kind of evaluate that?
So look, SMB has always been our sweet spot, and it's not that we are refocusing on SMB for the first time. Our SMB business is over $850 million. It is still growing at about 8%, which is much more than many of our competitors are growing overall. We have the leading UCaaS offering that is differentiated, that is reliable with 99.999% availability. We are rolling now out RingCX and RingSense for sales, and we're seeing great traction, particularly for this segment of the market, because for small and medium businesses, our new offerings are really around adding value to the businesses in question and making them more competitive over time. And we feel there is a lot more to do and are confident about our position in that segment of the market.
Thank you.
The next question is from Ryan Koontz with Needham & Company. Please go ahead.
Hi, thanks. I want to ask about product mix a little bit. I know you can't give us exact metrics, but can you kind of reflect on what's transpired over the past year in terms of contact center upsell? Are you seeing more of a shift toward contact center? It seems like it's got a little more durable growth, obviously, than the core UCaaS space. And just as a follow-up on the Teams 2.0 opportunity, if you can give us any customer feedback you've had on that new product offering. Thanks.
Yeah, maybe I'll take that. Vlad here. Look, contact center is, it's less penetrated than UCaaS. To be clear, UCaaS, UC to UCaaS, it's still relatively early even there as well. I mean, if you take our numbers and Microsoft and Zoom's and put it all together, we're probably still easily under 20%, But contact center, I would say, is earlier in that migration. Interestingly enough, contact center offers interesting opportunities in AI, and there are some puts and takes there. So traditional contact center vendors who are relying on enabling agent seats, that could be a little bit of a headwind as there will be less reliance on humans and more reliance on virtual agents and bots. But for people who are innovating in the area and coming in, from the perspective of an AI-first approach, and this crowd definitely includes ourselves, at this point, we are seeing this as a major tailwind to really take share. Contact center tends to be yet more sticky than UCaaS. Those are more considered decisions generally. And, your question was over the last year. Look, we've seen a robust demand for contact centers, and especially for contact center that's closely integrated with UCaaS solution. We saw that for a few years now, via our, white label offering of RingCentral Contact Center. What we're seeing now is that there is, I would say, renewed interest in AI-first approaches, and very importantly, in software that's more oriented towards self-service with easier and faster deployments. And what we're seeing is even some of the larger deployments now, and I think in our prepared remarks we shared that we have some literally Fortune 500 companies choosing RingCX, which, by the way, is only in controlled availability, as we speak here now. But we're already seeing multi-thousand seat wins. Frankly, it's been a pleasant surprise. We thought that it would skew lower, but for now, we're seeing a good traction across the board and expect it to continue.
One thing I would just add there is that we are still seeing very, very strong UCaaS, CCaaS attach in our larger deals. So more than 60% of our $1 million plus TCV deals, again, included a CCaaS component. And we continue to grow well above the overall CCaaS market.
Got it, Sonali. Thank you.
The next question is from Tim Horan with Oppenheimer. Please go ahead.
Thanks, guys. I know the Microsoft Office Copilot was just launched, but have you had a chance to study it? And it seems like it opens like a dozen questions for you guys. I guess is it a large improvement to their teams? Does it make their ability to integrate UCaaS and CCaaS better? Does it improve your partnership? Or on and on. I mean, there's a ton of questions, and one of the key questions is they're charging $30 a month for it, and I guess it's not really clear. Are you saying you guys think you can charge for your AI over time? But I guess the most important question is, what does Copilot mean for the industry at this point?
Right. Well, number one, you'll have to ask Microsoft, right? Look, we are not prepared yet to disclose additional details on RingCX pricing. Stay tuned. It's coming, and coming soon. We do expect this pricing to be aggressive, if not disruptive. So I would just, again, urge a little bit of patience on that. Now, having said this, we are not competing with Microsoft. We're leveraging what Microsoft has. We are participating in the ecosystem that they're creating. We are both using core innovation from OpenAI and other companies in our case, okay? And we certainly expect and are building our product to be an open platform. And again, not to pre-announce anything, but expect that every innovation that Microsoft has, that Microsoft chooses and decides to make open and interoperable with other platforms, we will be on that bandwagon, okay? So again, I would just say stay tuned, and you can also assume, just in closing, that our early customers for RingCX, that they are also well aware of other advances in the industry, including the Copilot, and given what they know of our roadmap and what we have today, and Microsoft's, they're choosing to do business. So more to come.
Well, on that point, do you think Copilot is a major improvement on Teams?
Look, it depends. It depends. I mean, it's a great idea. Devil is in the detail, right? I mean, devil is, will it, how accurate will it be? It's not just the price point. How accurate will it be? Will it or will it not, hallucinate? And, data is going to be trained on and so forth. I'm not personally prepared to opine one way or another. I do think that it's a really good idea. It's a timely idea. It's an idea that makes sense. Yeah, Copilot is for during call, and Derek said in this, way that we classify things before, during, and after. I can tell you that there is a lot of interest in the during the call experience enhancements, which Copilot addresses. So when you have an agent online with the customer, getting real-time hints, data feeds, maybe even call scoring, all of the things that Microsoft is talking about, appointment making for that matter in real time. All of those are timely ideas. Customers are looking at it, but it's very, very early, and people are just in general trying to figure out what to do with this new capability.
And we have time, I think, for one more question.
And that final question is from Michael Turin with Wells Fargo. Please go ahead.
Hey there. Appreciate you squeezing me on. Tarek, you had your comment in the prepared remarks around retention rates and those coming in below where you think the company is capable of. Is there any way for us to just help unpack how much of that is tied to macro and external factors versus just execution-related opportunities you see, and thinking about key contributors there? Are there any primary points of focus you'd point us towards? Thank you.
Yeah, thanks for asking this, and it's certainly a good way to finish up our conversation today. Look, our retention rate is around 100% in Q3. Really, what will take it upwards from here is a combination of factors, but going forward, we're really focused on upsell and customer retention to drive higher net retention. And when you have a multi-product portfolio, it does help tremendously the upsell sales motion, because simply put, you have multiple conversations you can have with a single customers, right? And so our new products, RingCX, RingSense, our new Ring Events provide opportunities for selling customers. And by the way, when a customer buys more from you, then that customer is stickier over time, which helps also the net retention. So this is exactly the reason why we are innovating. And to be able to capitalize on the opportunities of this new product portfolio, we need to think differently in terms of our sales motions to help customers see the new product's value. And therefore, this is going to be a journey over time. But I feel optimistic about the prospects of net retention in the long term for RingCentral, given how much emphasis we're placing on dialing up innovation with the team. Thank you.
This concludes our question and answer session, and the conference has also now concluded. Thank you for attending today's presentation. You may now disconnect.
So there we go. There is our earnings for Ring, RING. Thank you very much for joining me tonight. Let me just mute that a second and end the call there. Let me just get out of there. There we go. Thank you ever so much indeed, everyone who stayed with me during that. So what we're going to do is I just want to check if Capital Gains is still here in the chat. If you're not, and you don't reply within the next minute, I will go and we can pick it up tomorrow. But just wanted to see if you were going into the welcome all, I can upgrade your account. So let's just see. We got Ben 99p at Buckaroo. That's Buckaroo. I think that is. We need to upgrade this person here. But I don't know if we've got Capital Gains in the chat. If we don't, we'll do it tomorrow. But anyway, there's another earnings. Now, just before I go, because it is members only, I just wanted to share some really exciting news. Oh, Capital Gains, you are there. If you do it right now, I will do it. I'll upgrade your account, but I can't stay more than a few seconds. So if you are in Welcome All, if you go into Discord, this is Discord, just go into Welcome All, say hello. If you've used this time to set it all up, you should be done. It takes 10 minutes to go through a waiting period for the security. But if you did it with the link I gave you at the beginning of the call, it should, if you verified your email, you should be able to just go in there now and say hello, and then I can upgrade your account. If not, don't worry, I'll do it on another live show. I haven't got time to stay now. I've got to get out and get ready for Uber earnings in the morning and complete some other work. So you've got a couple of seconds if you are going to do it. But just for the members, I want to share with you some really exciting news. You know, today we got that deal with Alpha Spread. I'm really excited about that today. Well, one of the things that I said they would do is share. Capital Gains, I don't have Discord. We'll do it tomorrow. Sorry. No worries. I'll give you the link again. I didn't know if you were doing it during the call. That was all. There is Discord. Don't say sorry at all. I'm here to help you. If you get set up there, I will upgrade your account. All right. Anyway, for the members who are still with me, this was the very first time we did Ring. It's a very, very small company. We didn't expect a big audience, but I'm building a new audience, a new stock. But look at this. I wanted to share this with you. You know, I said to you I was Alpha Spread were partnering with me and providing my members with a new service. Well, look at this. This is really cool. Look, this is Alpha Spread's website. Look, this was Arbor Realty when I did the review earlier. Look at this. Scroll down here on Arbor Realty. Keep looking. Keep looking. Down at the bottom, in the news. Look at this. They put me in the news for reviewing the stock. Absolutely great. This is great for my channel. Great for them because I'm going to promote their product through my YouTube channel, which then will be promoted through their website, which is it's a win-win for everybody. So there you go. You can see it starting to work. And they also put on Sabre as well. Look at that. Look. In here, you've got Morningstar, CNBC, and Martyn Lucas. How cool is that? How very cool is that? How exciting is that? Look at that. Very, very excited. Really great. Sensei Crypto's just responded. Yeah, isn't it awesome? That's awesome because I'm going to be making reviews on stock and using the Alpha Spread services, advertising their services, and it's going to be generated through my YouTube channel, but they're embedding it in their website. So their website is 100,000 views a month, unique views. That's unique views a month. So there's more repeat business per month, and it's growing all the time. So it's really, really great. I'm thrilled to bits with that. That's a really good day, that. So there you go. There you go. I like it because it's like Yahoo Finance, CNBC, Mike Lucas, investor. Brilliant. Brilliant. I love it. Great day. Anyway, thank you, Sensei. I'm sure you can appreciate how cool that is as well. Awesome, Mike. Right, that's it for me. I've got to get off. That was the RNG earnings, RingCentral. That's it from me. I'll see you in the morning. Tomorrow morning, we're back early. Yes, it never ends, does it? I'm always here working, building the empire. There is the Uber earnings in the morning. We're covering it live. Jose Quintana, as I said in the beginning of your show, is better than Bloomberg Live. How cool is that? And Jose Quintana, again, just want to let you know, I haven't forgotten your giveaway. Just snowballed with stuff at the moment, and but it's at the top of my list. Your giveaway is not forgotten. There's just so many earnings at the moment. I'm the only person here in the studio doing everything, so it's on the top of my list. I haven't forgotten you, but as you know, we've got the earnings back to back, morning and evening, and the show. So unless I'm going to be not sleeping, I haven't been able to do it just yet. So anyway, thank you for that wonderful comment. As I said in the beginning of time, your show is better than Bloomberg Live. Can you believe that? Sensei, if you're free, I've only got a minute. If you want to join me in Discord, a very, very quick chat. If you want to join me, then I'm happy to do that. Okay, I've got to go. Thanks ever so much, everybody on TikTok, LinkedIn, Rumble, wherever you're watching me tonight. That was the Ring earnings back in the morning for the Uber earnings. And Sensei, if you are free, just say yes or no. I'm not going to do day trade of the day. We are going to get out of here. That's it from me. I think I think we do have to roll the credits though, because we do have members to thank. We had new members during the show, so you've got to do that. Can't not do that. Roll the credits. Here we go. Stars of the show. What have we got? All right. What have we got there? Subscribers. Kirill Biting, member, Capital Gain, and a super chat from Capital Gain. He came over from TikTok, became a member of the channel, and absolutely awesome, and also did a super chat as well. Fantastic. Thank you very much indeed. We had a silver member earlier, but it was before the show started. so it's not recognizing that person on the stream. But thank you very much indeed. All right, Sensei, you never responded, so I assume you're not available. No problem at all. That's it. See you back for Uber in the morning. Wow, what a day. Loads going on. Loads going on. That's it. Oh, what a day. What a long day. It's going to be a long week, and then it will get a little bit easier next week once earnings season is completed. But we have to learn about these companies while they're reporting. All right. Everybody on TikTok, thanks ever so much to you. Appreciate you very much indeed. See you all next time. And goodbye, everybody on Rumble. Thanks to you. Everybody on X as well. Thanks to all of you there. Boundless IT Systems just followed me on X. Thank you very. If you leave a comment, I will reply back to you. Thank you very much. What about Facebook? In our group, let's have a little look on our page on Martyn Lucas Investor. Let's have a quick look there. Thank you ever so much, everybody there. Oh, that's it from me. See you back in the morning. Till then, as always, take care of your money, your crypto, yourselves, and each other. Bye for now.